Hi, I'm Unger, author of the new novel, Once Removed. Over the years when I've traveled, I've kind of liked to stop at different historic sites associated with literary figures. It's kind of a habit I have, I guess a harmless habit, probably a good habit. And I visited, the childhood home of Ernest Hemingway in Chicago, and Henrik Ibsen's house in Oslo, and even some of the sites associated with the Beat Poets in San Francisco. And closer to home here in Manitoba, I visited the Margaret Lawrence house in Neepawa, which I highly recommend going out there and visiting that place. If you ever drive through Carmen, you can stop and see the plaque that shows the spot where Paul Hebert once lived. So a few years ago when I was in Dublin, Ireland, I looked down on the sidewalk and noticed there was all these quotes from James Joyce's Ulysses, which I thought was really cool. Although I guess I'm more of a Oscar Wilde fan myself personally. But recently I came across something called Project Bookmark Canada, where they are putting up signs with quotes all around Canada in different cities and towns, quotes from different books. So here in Winnipeg, there's a couple of them, including this one right next to the gas station theater that has quotes from one Carol Shields' novels. Visiting these places kind of inspired one aspect of my novel, where the local preservation society of this small town is fighting the mayor to preserve the childhood home of a famous local author, Elsie Dick, or at least have a plaque put up in front of her house. And today I'm in St. Boniface, where I was born actually, kind of considered Winnipeg's French Quarter, and we're at the Gabrielle Roy house. So Gabrielle Roy grew up here in St. Boniface, Manitoba. She was born in this house in 1905. And she actually was a teacher and actually taught not too far from where I live in Steinbach in Marchand, Manitoba, before she became a very successful novelist. She won 3 Governor General's Awards, and her novels, I've read a number of them. The Tin Flute, that's the English title, is probably her most famous novel. And Rue DESCHAMBAULT, or Street of Riches, is actually about this exact house, and a kind of a fictionalized version of her growing up in St. Boniface. I highly recommend that one as well. I always love it when you can get within proximity of the typewriter that a great writer once used. Maybe some brilliance will rub off, or it's in the air or something. This house was turned into a museum in 2003. It's also a National Historic Site of Canada. You can also find, if you have an old $20 bill, one of Gabrielle Roy's quotes on the Canadian $20 bill. If you're ever in St. Boniface in Winnipeg, I highly recommend that you stop by at this museum. Absolutely fantastic place to visit and learn about one of Canada's most important writers.